We'll tell you more coming up, and we'll talk live in studio with Republican Senator Jerry Knowles. Stay with us. All right, and welcome back, everyone, to News 13. I gave him a little promotion before the break. I called him a state senator. I'm not sure Senator Argyle would be too happy.
I would think that the good senator would be a little upset about that, but...
Hey, and I gave you a promotion. You didn't even have to run for it. How about that one?
That's the best. That's the best.
All right, well, State Representative Jerry Knowles is joining us from the 124th District, serving Schuylkill County. Welcome, Representative.
Schuylkill County, and actually it is eastern Schuylkill, and then I go down into Berks County. About 38% of the district is in northern Berks County.
Oh, really? And you're actually going to gain an area with the redistricting?
Well, with the redistricting, if it ever gets finalized.
Right.
Yeah, there are portions of Berks that I will lose, and small portions I will pick up, and I'll pick up a portion of Schuylkill also. But we're certainly waiting for that to happen.
All right. Busy time in Harrisburg right now. Of course, we're in budget time, and lots of important bills and laws that are on the table right now. One of those you had a real instrumental role is the voter ID bill 934, signed into law yesterday by the governor.
Signed into law on Wednesday by the governor.
Okay, on Wednesday.
The governor actually came back that night. He viewed it as being that important that he wanted to certainly get it signed into law.
Okay.
But definitely good legislation, and the best explanation I have for people when they ask me, I say that the folks that I represent in the 124th are more than willing to show their ID so that we can be certain that in places like Philadelphia that the voter fraud and the voter fraud has to stop.
Right, and that's why you supported this bill so much,
Absolutely.
to see that every vote was a fair vote.
Yeah, I was on very early. And I'm on the House State Government Committee, which was the committee that the bill was run through. So I've been involved. I worked with Chairman Metcalf to work it through committee and to get it up for a vote, and spoke on the floor on it, and very supportive of it. It's very good legislation.
All right. Moving on from there, a little bit about the budget. Obviously, everyone's talking about the budget, cuts here, gains there. Talk about it specifically for your constituents, Representative Knowles.
Well, for my constituents, I'm a firm believer that we in government have an obligation to fund core services, essential services. Roads, bridges,
right.
Corrections, law enforcement. They're things that we have an obligation to fund. And it's difficult. I mean, I tell people all the time that the budget, in the 8 years of the Rendell administration, the budget grew from $20 billion to $28 billion. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of money. Right. Much faster, it grew much faster than the cost of living. And what we did last year in our budget is we reduced it. It was a little in excess of $1.1 billion. There's some tough cuts. It's not easy. I mean, but things are tough with people in terms of money, and they cannot afford to pay more taxes.
And obviously, you're gonna fight for what you feel is right for your constituents.
Yes, and it's as I said. We do need to be certain that we fund the core services of government. But this is no time for the fluff stuff. This is when we need to get serious, and just as we do in our homes. In our homes, we live within our means.
Right.
We can only spend what we have, and fortunately for the taxpayers, state government is like it's not like in Washington where we can spend money that we don't have.
Sure. Now, and I do know that we have a lot of new Schuylkill County viewers that are watching us, but you're very familiar with Schuylkill County and a part of Schuylkill County that has been a long time part of News 13, and that's McAdoo. That's where your wife is from, right?
Absolutely. My wife is from, she's from Klein Township.
Klein Township, all right.
Yes, I moved her out of McAdoo about 38 years ago, and we've been together, and I believe she now considers herself to be a Tamaqua area resident, but McAdoo is a great place. I love McAdoo. Absolutely,
and we love all our new Schuylkill County viewers, and we're so happy to have you on with us.
And I want to welcome you guys. I mean,
thanks.
It is really refreshing. It is a local news, and that's something that we needed, and we're certainly welcome you. It's great to have you in Schuylkill County.
Well, thanks so much. Little by little, we're going to keep working our way in and getting more comfortable with our viewers and the areas that we're in. So, we welcome, of course, any Schuylkill County viewers. You have an event, you have something going on, you have a story that you think we might be interested in, give us a ring here at the station. And, of course, we'd love to have you back anytime, Representative. And
Absolutely.
I know we're getting into election season, so we'll be hearing and seeing more of you.
Well, absolutely, and I want to welcome Channel 13. Honestly, it's good to have you as a part of our community.
Thanks so much. We appreciate that. You have a wonderful weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, too.
Thank you. Well, Hazelton Area High School,